This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, and welcome you all to this Saturday rambling of mine. This is quite a short vlog, I think, and it's just really an update as to what's going on, what's happening, and what I'm doing with the channel. And some of you will have noticed, we've been doing a lot of live streaming over the last 3 weeks, and some of you will have noticed that there was supposed to be a live stream of Bloodborne last night, and I moved it to next week. And it was simply because I had this massive aching to do some pre-recording stuff on Dragon Age Origins, which you'll have seen going up on the channel. And it's a game that I've been wanting to get back to for a really long time. And I lost the saves on it. I did 4 parts on the channel and lost the saves. So this is me. The Xbox One X has given me a fantastic opportunity to play it from scratch and show it off on the Xbox One X to see how it plays. And so that's what I spent last night doing, and I recorded 3 parts. I was totally addicted to it. I've posted 2 of them up already. The third part's ready to post up, which I'll put up probably tomorrow. And so that's really why the stream didn't happen last night. And just to explain what's happening with the streams, I did say quite early on when I was doing the streaming that it wasn't going to be every night of the week. I was just we were on a bit of a roll with it. So, and I was, we were all enjoying it. So I kept it up for the best part of 2 or 3 weeks there. And it's been great, but now I need to kind of balance everything up again, because I do miss doing when I do that, I miss doing my pre-records. And the thing with streaming, there's a big difference between a stream and a pre-record, because the stream becomes 2 things. It becomes about communicating with you guys and the game, and a pre-record is all about the game. So I can focus, I can just be me and get on with it. And, it's something that I really miss when I do the live streams, and I think I'm going to be very careful about what it is I pick to live stream. And it's to some degree I was, because the live streams I did, the reason I did Dark Souls and Bloodborne is because I knew I would need help. And there's no way I would have got this far in those games without you guys having helped me. So though absolutely I'm going to continue those games on live stream. I will do episodes that are pre-recorded and I'll post them up, because I think it's beneficial for me to do them off camera. I did one tonight on Dark Souls. It's a very short one, and it's about me getting from Anor Londo back to the Firelink Shrine as quick as I can, so that we can get the Claymore and what have you. That didn't go quite to plan, and I'll post it up after. In fact, I'll post that up before I post this vlog up, so that you know what I'm talking about. Didn't quite go to plan, so I'm looking for Jason and other people to give me some feedback as to how I can fix the screw up that I've made. Now, but we're in a good position so far as I won't give away what happened, but we are back to an area where we can sort stuff out weapon-wise and blah, and see blacksmiths and all that sort of stuff. And we have a quick way of getting back to Anor Londo as well. So if you watch that video, I'll have edited it out, and it'll be quite short, so you can see how I got from Anor Londo back to Firelink Shrine dead quick. Really good stuff. And I did Google a couple of things just to see how folk were going about it. Now, Jason did say that when we get through the Anor Londo area, we get fast travel. So that'll fix kind of a lot of that stuff anyway. But there's a massive boss fight, I think, at the end of that, which we haven't got to yet. So everyone was telling me I needed better weapons and all this sort of stuff. So I thought, fine, I'll go back and I'll get the Claymore and all this sort of stuff. So watch that, and then hopefully you'll watch this and you can give me some feedback as to how I fix possibly what I've screwed up. But we are in a good position for the next live stream of Dark Souls, of getting back to Anor Londo dead quick and all this sort of stuff and cracking on. So that's great. So that's all good. But, the long and the short of it is I need to find a good balance between the pre-records and the live streams. So in my head at the moment, now there was a fine gent, I'm sorry, I forgot his name off the top of my head, but there was a fine gentleman asking me if I could do Fallout 4 on Mondays instead of whatever day, Wednesday, that I had it, because it was easier for him to watch it and so on. My reply to that was, well, I'm not going to be streaming every night. I mean, that was never going to be my intention. The streams are fantastic and I love communicating with you guys, but they were always going to be a third of what I do on this channel. They're never going to be, everything I do. I love doing them, and they're nice to do I think we're on a bit of a roll over the Christmas and New Year period. So, and with games like Dark Souls and Bloodborne, they're absolutely what I want to be doing on live streams, because, as much as possible, because you guys can help me with them. With other games, I'm not 100% sure that, well, watching these things back on a live stream front, if you're watching it as a Let's Play, is quite frustrating, I think, for people who watch them back. So I'm going to be very careful about what it is I live stream, because if you're watching them back every so often, I have to pause and look at the... Well, I don't have to. I want to. I want to see what you guys are saying, and I want to interact with you. But if you're watching that back after the event as a Let's Play or whatever, it's quite frustrating for people to watch that and see me stood there for a minute to, whatever, a minute and a half, not moving, talking to you guys. It's not fun to watch, and you have to keep winding forward and all this sort of stuff. And with the live streams, I can't put my intro and outro on videos, put my stamp on them. And there's the balance has to be found between me doing some live streaming and doing some pre-records. That's basically all. In my head, that was always going to be the case. So at the moment, I'm thinking I've kind of set the two for next week on Tuesday, Thursday, and then maybe one at the weekend. I may flip that to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not sure yet, but I have to build in the fact that I can't possibly stream every night. It's just not feasible, because I want to do my pre-records. I've not chatted to my mates, so at least I used to sit and chat to my mate Craig for when I was playing games, and all that sort of stuff as well. But when I'm doing channel full time, obviously that doesn't happen either. So I just have to balance everything. That's all. So I know people were disappointed I didn't do Bloodborne last night, and I apologise. I didn't mean to upset anybody. It was really like, I never want to play or do something that my heart's not in, because then you don't get me as myself being honest about it. And what I really wanted to do last night was just throw myself into Dragon Age Origins. And I tell you what, I'm really glad that I did, because I was so addicted to that game, and it plays so beautifully on the Xbox One X. It's so, I mean, the PS3, it was dead sticky, when you pan round and stuff, just due to the power of them and of those consoles and stuff. And honestly, like, you'll see me in the ones I've posted up, in the third one that's coming. I keep mentioning it because it is just beautiful to play. I mean, it pans brilliantly. I mean, of course it looks a bit dated. It's an old game now in the grand scheme of things. I think it came out near the beginning of those lifespan of consoles, and I think it was on PC before then. But I mean, I love it. It's got more charm than any other RPG. I know Skyrim's a big one, but I think if I had to pick one that I would play over and over again, more than any other, it would be Dragon Age Origins. I love that game with all my heart. I really do. I love the concept of having all those different origins to build with, and then the game at a certain point continues as it would normally, but you can start from different vantage points. I loved the story, I loved the characters, I loved the acting, I loved the battle system and the armor systems and the weapon systems. Everything was awesome. And it's never been quite as beautiful as that for me. I mean, I loved Inquisition. 2 was a massive letdown for me, but Inquisition was a fantastic game, but it still wasn't at the caliber for me that Origins was. Origins still had that something, that special something. And playing it again, my heart, honestly, I love it. And I can't wait to take you through that whole Let's Play. It's been absolutely brilliant. And it's been dead popular on the channel already, in my little world anyway. I only put it up last night, and it's the first one's nearly got 100 hits. So, that's pretty popular for a pre-record on my channel. And the second one I only put up this afternoon, and that's getting some pretty quick hits as well. So I'm really chuffed with it, and I'm really looking forward to playing a lot more of that. So, as I say, I'm actually forgetting what I've said and not said, because I recorded this for about 10 minutes and realised the microphone hadn't been switched over on the laptop. So it was the laptop's microphone recording me and not this one here. So I had to start again, and now I'm forgetting what I've said in this one and the last one. I'm very confused, people. So when it comes to the streaming, I will come up with a plan in my head, and I will decide. To some extent, I don't want it to become like... I know people want to know when I'm going to be streaming and what have you, but I think what I'll try and do is, on a weekly basis, put them up. I mean, I've been doing that anyway, but I'll put them up on the days that I believe I'm going to do them, and I'll try and meet that as best I can. I don't want to tell you from this point forward I'm going to be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, because it's just like it then becomes like a burden of having to meet it, and if I don't meet it, then I let people down. So, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to frustrate people. I want people to know that they can come at the channel and at least with a week's notice know what days I'm going to be doing it. But I can't commit. I mean, I've got a day job, people. I keep saying this. Like, it's not like I can commit to doing the same thing every week or every day. So, you know, I'll try and plan that week at the weekend and put them up. I usually do it on a Monday. I usually put up whatever I'm going to be doing on the Monday. So, and a lot of it can depend on what happened the week before. You know, it could be that it's like, well, I want to throw myself into Bloodborne more because we got to this point, or I want to throw myself into Dark Souls more because we got to that point, you know. So it'll depend on what's been going on as well as to what I do. Fallout 4 in itself was never meant to be a live stream. It was meant to be a number of live streams on top of a Let's Play. So there will be a lot of Fallout 4 coming. The reason that I'm not going to do that as a full-on live stream is because that game is so big. Nobody wants to see me running around picking up every spanner that I can see in order to collect all of this stuff and then see me wandering around building stuff for 3 or 4 hours. You know, it's like that sort of stuff needs to be like edited down so that I can bring you lumps of what I could speed up the building in the video so that you can see what I did in really fast time, and, you know, cut out the collecting altogether and only show you the really cool bits. So I don't think Fallout 4 is going to be something that, I mean, I never intended that to be a live stream every week. You know, it was intended to be a live stream every now and then on top of the Let's Play that I was doing. So yes, there will be loads of Fallout 4 coming, but it won't be in the form of a constant live stream. So, and I hope that doesn't disappoint anyone, and it's not that I don't want to do it as a live stream, it's simply because it's not that interesting to watch me run around for 4 hours picking stuff up. You know, because if I do it as a live stream, everyone's going to want me to go fighting constantly, and that kind of cuts out half the game. So, you know, I want to bring an interesting Let's Play on top of doing some live streams on top of it. You know, some people want to see what I do with the building stuff. Some people want to see what I do with the people I put in the villages and give them armor and all that sort of stuff. And I want to do that and then compact it and then, you know, bring the action, put the action as the most part of the video, but still have that little element of it. So that's the only reason that, I have in my head what I'm going to do with stuff. And I hope it doesn't let anyone down that it's not going to be like every episode of Fallout 4 is going to be live, because it's just not feasible, I don't think. I don't think that's interesting to watch either, frankly, you know, because inevitably people will join in and I'll just be wandering about doing something boring for 2 hours, and then, you know, 10 minutes of it will be me fighting something or something like that. You know what I'm getting at, though? You know, it's a big game. It's like Skyrim. It's massive, you know. It's only so long you can look at Skyrim or whatever, looking at the sky saying it's beautiful, or the mountains, you know. So there you are. So that's my thoughts in my head at the moment. Anyway, we've got so at the moment I think we've got on the channel, I've tidied up the whole front end of the channel so that it's showing kind of what's happening now, along with a couple of other things. And there is actually at the very top of the channel now, playing on my channel, what's going on. So we've got Bloodborne, we've got Dark Souls, we've now got Dragon Age Origins, we've got Dead Space 1, and is that it? It's 4, isn't it? I thought I had 5. What's the 5th one, people? There is another one, and I've forgotten what it is. But they're all on the top row. So you've got 3 RPGs and Dead Space for a bit of horror in between. Fallout 4. Sorry, there you go. Yeah, so it is 5. So you've got Fallout 4, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Dead Space, and the other one. Honest to God, people. Dragon Age. There you go. And that's it. That's pretty much all I wanted to say tonight. It was just, I really wanted to tell you guys why the live stream didn't happen yesterday, and what my thought process was on balancing that with doing my pre-records. I'm really chuffed with the way that Dragon Age has gone down, because I was really sort of stoked for playing it, and you guys seem to be enjoying watching it, so I'm really happy about that. I'm really looking forward to doing a lot more on it, as I am with Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Fallout 4. And I think I'll probably not interject with anything else yet. Even within, I've pushed back slightly because having thought about it, I thought I really don't want to be doing two horror type games at the same time. I'm predominantly an RPG channel. I don't want my channel starting getting littered with loads of, that sort of stuff. So I'm more than happy to do something like Dead Space or Evil Within, but just one of them at a time while I'm playing the other stuff. And the Dead Space is quite easy to sort of just sit down and run through an episode with, because I'm so comfortable with it that I can sit down and do that without much of a muchness, really. Just get on with it. So there you are. I hope that kind of fits in with what everyone was hoping that I would do on the channel for now. I know that there'll be people that would, may want me to stream every night, but that was never my intention. My intention was always to keep doing what I was doing and interject with some live streams as I went along. And I've loved doing the live streams, so please don't think I haven't. And I'm looking forward to doing them next week and getting back in touch with you guys and chatting away. And if we can squeeze 3 in a week, we will. And if we can't, we'll certainly make sure we do 2. And I'll try and get back on track with doing my pre-records so that the people that have been enjoying those... Oh, there was one other thing as well. I am going back to the format of the pre-records will be not my face on screen. It will just be me talking. I think, like, when I was watching the Dead Space stuff back, and much as though I might... The only game I might not do that with and actually keep my face on camera might actually be Dead Space. A, because it's consistency from what I've started. B, because I think actually people like, in a horror game like that, I think they like seeing the person playing it. It kind of takes the sting out of watching a horror game. I think to some degree it's quite nice to see the person playing it. So the Dead Space I might still put my camera on screen, but you'll notice with Dragon Age I didn't. I will obviously put my face on camera with the live streams, but anything that is not a live stream and isn't a horror, so anything RPG, I will just use the mic and I'll just talk over. I think it works better when I'm watching this stuff back. It's fine on a live stream, but on a general playthrough, I kind of watching it and I'm thinking, like, what benefit is that bringing it other than me just taking up area of the screen that's part of the game? And as I've said before, people, if I was a mega hot, 20-year-old girl, then maybe it would help my channel. But at the moment, I think the way that my channel has grown and worked, I think people appreciate the fact that I don't plaster the screen with stuff when I'm doing a Let's Play. I think they like seeing the game. There's no benefit in seeing me that, without... And I'm not getting down on myself, people, but you know what I'm saying? There is no benefit in seeing me. And I think people are more than happy just to hear me chat away while they can see the full gorgeousness of the game, people. So we'll be going back to that format, much as I've done with Dragon Age, as you've just seen me post up. And I'll be doing that with the others as well. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you in this little rambling of mine, and I will see you all soon. Take it easy, folks. Bye.